Hey team, welcome back to the channel. This is Club Rooms, where we travel across New Zealand to capture the stories, the people, and the history that keeps grassroots rugby alive. If you're enjoying what we're doing so far, make sure to like, subscribe and share. It goes a long way in helping us keep these stories going. Today, we're here at Papapa Rugby and Sports Club in Onehunga, Auckland, a club built on strong community, service and connection. Today, we're sitting down with Spotty, a life member of the club who's seen it grow and evolve over the years, and John, who works within the club. He's going to give us a bit of a tour around the place. This one's about Spotty, his journey, his stories, and the service he's given back to the club over time. Let's get into it.
Hi, I'm John Hall from Papapa Sports Club. I'm the Director of Sport. Come on in.
This way goes. Looks like we're getting a pretty clean machine.
So here we've just got the function area. We've got the gym. So when we have functions on, the gym stuff move back. We board it off. We have many functions here. From Auckland Rugby stuff to our own events, fundraising, 50th, 30th birthday parties. So yeah, this place has really turned into a good area for the community.
Yes, that's it. And the doors, the training.
And here in the gym is Live Fit. So this is run by Tony and Lynn. They've been here for nearly 10 years and they've been a big part of the community, but a big part of this club staying alive and growing throughout the last 10 years. Yes, we'll go over to the squash courts.
Look up, yeah, that's all. Brand new, put us to get just who finds it. Coming with Sabi, it was going to be. I see all the come up here, didn't come up just choke you, which I think didn't.
So in here we've got our squash courts. We've got 3 squash courts. And again, no one really notices when you look outside.
It's just an act of what they do.
Yeah.
So,
I guess, yeah, people really don't realise when they first come in that we've got the squash court, so it's really good having that. They just see this as a rugby building. But having the squash court and the gym really brings the community together. I guess I'm leading you out to the field.
Cool, yeah.
The colour. Luckily, I haven't, Tony got recently, yeah, it was sort of like, no, just, yeah, that free. Yeah.
So how did you get involved with the club, John?
Oh,
How'd you get roped in?
I explained to you shortly, but so yeah, my background, I guess, I was doing a bit of contracting work for New Zealand Rugby and looking for a job, wanting to stay in sport. Mike Hester put me in touch with Ben, who had just started here, and I sat down with Ben and speaking about the vision and the mission of what he wants to do within the club and how he wants to build the community and have a sports hub for all. Really resonated with my own values and philosophy of life itself. So definitely really something that I've been passionate about, and I guess that's probably one of the reasons that we see growth in the community and in the stuff that we run here, is just by having the values, the mission and the vision of the club go through myself and the board members, and then it resonates to the community as well. So out here, I guess we've got our rugby fields. So we've got 2 fields. Number 2 at the moment is the touch field. Far corner that you can see over there is our netball courts, and we have a netball team that plays down there, which was again really good. We were approached by some of the mums if they could do a netball team through the club, and we have of course accepted with open arms. It's really good because having them playing netball, their kids come down here, play sports. Some of the partners join the gym, some of the partners join squash. So we do have very families integrated into all the sports and the stuff that we do here, which really allows us to make sure everyone's connected and doing what they want.
So from your perspective, the club would play a very pivotal part in how the community operates and feels.
Oh yeah, this I guess feels like a second home for a lot of people. So when you've got a second home that you can go to and you can be yourself and be authentic and really give your all, or you can sit down and just watch a family member grow and progress through the grades or in their own life journey, and you can support them just by being here and watching them play a game of squash, play a game of rugby, be part of any of our programs that we've got. It's really good.
Good. So how many teams do you have actively participating across each code off the top of your head?
Each thing, so squash, we've got 4, we're probably looking about 15 to 20 teams across all sports that we've got. Going for frisbee, rugby, squash and netball. So, and I guess our gym, they compete in a lot of ultimate athlete. They've got the bonanza bodybuilding, so them themselves compete in a lot of competitions as well.
And have you had a message to tell anyone that's freshly moved to the area, doesn't know too many people? What would your message be to them?
To meet the community, you need to be come to a safe, controlled environment that's friendly, opening, and you can be authentic. Papapa Sports Club is the place for you. As we said, we have everything for everyone, and if we don't, we try and accommodate for what everyone wants. The community, I guess, is the heartbeat of this club, so we need to accommodate and make sure we've got enough running on for them.
Cool, awesome. Where to next? Well, that's
last place here, but we can go back. Well, we can go to change. You can go to the change rooms if you want.
Yeah, let's have a look. I guess a lot of people that hopefully are viewing this video have come through the change rooms at some point. Old tuck shops here.
There's a stalwart person I'm going to interview, Sione, local guy. What else can I say about you, Sione? The heartbeat of the club. Yes, as you come into the change rooms, it's got that good, authentic, old feel about it, which makes it again authentic to the community and what it means to be part of the Papapa Sports Club. As you'll see as we go along, we've got a few little plaques up with some of the old gods that have played and managed, their sons being the mascots, and they've coached, they've got onto representative coaching levels or international, so it's really good. And I guess changing room 1 has been updated, upgraded a little bit.
Oh!
So when you come in, we've got the colours, the pride is here, we make sure we stick with the colours throughout everything that we do. So blue, gold and white are our colours, and I guess it resonates in all the merch that we've got as well. But we're really excited to have the senior rugby back in, so we've got the President's Grade happening this year. So we've got an inclusive team that will play in the President's Grade, and it's really exciting to have a senior team back here at Papapa. For anyone that wants to join, so if you're new to the area, new to the country, new to rugby, or you just kind of want to get out, if you're just newly retired and you want to get back into some activities, rugby is a great one, as I said, for driving the culture, the support that is needed for everyone out here, because I guess once you're on that field, once you get that jersey on, your brother's in arms and you've got support there for whatever you need. But it'd be great to have people sat back in this changing room now. I'm really hearing some really good chants going on after a few good games, a few good victories.
So not many change rooms still have this kind of raw feel to it. The floors, boots clacking on the ground.
Yeah, the boots clacking, the old brick, and little tattered.
Yeah.
Probably still being here.
Well, if these walls could probably talk out and have some stories.
Showers, still a little bit upgraded to do, but no, I think that's what makes us unique, is we try to hone in on that authentic, original feel of the club and not change into anything new. We want to go back to the root and the knowledge of this club and what makes the Papapa Sports Club Aotearoa thriving community, and how we can be just part of that and moving on, and hopefully when someone else steps into our role, then this just continues and it grows and grows and grows forward.
Well, keep going.
Okay, my name's Spotty. I've been with the Papapa Club from 1970, and Also have been made a life member, which was greatly appreciated. And so I'm trying to help out where I can in my old age, and hopefully the way the club's going, we can get it back up with maybe a senior team in future time.
Thanks for coming down, Spotty. How did you first end up here? Was it luck? Was it family? Was it friends?
No, I was a Navy man. I joined the Navy in '65, and my brother became future brother-in-law. He played at Te Papa before he joined the Navy, and so after a few years playing for the Navy senior team in the Auckland competition, he talked me into coming over, and while I was still in the Navy, I started playing for Te Papa in 1970, and used to go back and play for the Navy in the combined services competitions, but basically I was a Te Papa man.
What was the club like when you first joined compared to today?
It is. When I first joined, all the squashes now used to be a tan, a little bit like Ponsonby, so we'd train on a field. That was after they used to run us up One Tree Hill and back. We'd train on the field, then we'd do a half hour in the tan, and that, if you got out of that alive, you were happy. But all those big ugly forwards used to knock us about, but it was great. It hardened us up.
Obviously, we before this interview was talking about the club wasn't originally always here. Could you just walk us through where the club room was actually before?
Yeah, before I turned up, they had the field here, which a lot of volunteers got up to scratch for playing on. But the clubhouse was down in Captain Springs Road. There was a big hall there they owned for years, and that was known on a Saturday night for all the dancing and carrying on. So yeah, that's where they were till they got this built, and like I say, the tan was there, and then about late 70s they built the squash courts, which helped the club out.
And what's the story from back in your day and with the club that kind of stands out for you?
We were lucky. The club, as a senior team, a group of players came from Sell College, and amongst them were the two Gascoigne brothers, who very good players. Well, Willie ended up with an All Black trial, and Basil, his brother, and him used to play for Auckland, and they'd one would get injured at half time so the other could get on the field. But we were very lucky. Alan Rear turned up in '69 and took the seniors, and in he got them up to out of Senior B, because in those days there were 36 clubs in Auckland, so you had 18 in the Senior A and 18 in the Senior B, and if you're in the top 4 of Senior B at the end of the year, you played the bottom 2 in Senior A, and promotion relegation, the top 2 went up, and he got them up. So I turned up in 1970 when they were playing senior rugby, and we were one of the first teams that year to be put on Eden Park #1 as main game as a promoted team. So because we'd done some amazing things out on Eden Park #2 and 3, beating Grammar and Ponsonby and Varsity, it was great. But then we'd go and lose to Eden or Te Aotearoa. So no, and that day we played on Eden Park #1 as the main game. It was the day I got married. I went off at half time, and a brother picked me up at Eden Park, and we raced over to Bank Ave, and I got married. My wife's regretted that ever since, I think.
So I just can't imagine that running off at half time and you're getting married in the second half.
And funny enough, the people going, because in those days the main game was on the radio, so they waited till they heard I'd gone off, and then they all headed to the church. The old Father Doty, he wasn't very happy. He said, "This is the most important day of your life." I said, "Yes, that's right, we're on Eden Park #1.
Obviously with those games, and you just touched on about beating the likes of Ponsonby and Grammar and stuff like that, is there one game that stands out in particularly for you?
Yeah, just we were playing grammar, and Willie, they used to call him Willie the Wisp. He was, before his time, he could chip and run and goal kick, and he just had speed. And Basil, we just had a very lightweight team, so we were before our time. I think we were running the ball back there in the 70s, because we didn't have the big forwards. We just had guys that could get the ball to us. And we had a game there where it was about 24 all, and the old ref got carried away with the game, and it kept it going for another 10 minutes odd, and then Graham Thornton, the player he was, ended up breaking through and scoring the try for them to win. It was, but it was an amazing game, and that was on number 2. So the crowd, number 2 was played the same time as number 1, so the crowd all come over to it, to the number 2 ground to watch us and Grammar playing.
Oh, wow. Must be good times back then.
Yeah, well, you know, no one was paid. You just volunteered, and you did all your own training and club training, and a lot of the games were played at Eden Park. They'd use the 3 grounds, which wasn't that great because you couldn't come back. You'd have to come back to your club afterwards. But if you had a home game, at least the opposition came up and you got to meet, get to know all the guys.
You just touched on about obviously volunteers and helping in and around on the grounds at Eden Park. From a club perspective, how important are volunteers to the operations of a club?
Oh, so much. Back in the 70s and 80s, we used to have days where we'd ask for people to come down and do work, and used to get heaps of people turn up. It's hard these days because people are so busy, but back then, your club was where you met, where your social life, and that was always had good volunteers. And same at Eden Park, they had all the delegates did work there, and we've seemed to have lost that side of it. It's coming a little bit again now, people volunteering to help out around the country. It's good, but in those days, that's all you did. You had your club and you supported it.
Mm. Just touching on basically your life membership here at this club, being around for a long time, what's always drawn you back, and what's brought you back through these doors?
Oh, I think it's just the fact that you join a club and that's your club. There weren't many people moved around from club to clubs. People, once they joined a club, they stayed with the club, and I think I'm still old school, and that's the way I see it. I did shoot off to Aotearoa for one season, and then came back here and started coaching. But yeah, we've had good times here. So you just come back and try and even like membership sort of draw me back in again. So I try to help out where I can. But getting old now.
Look, looking back at your time here, what are you most proud of?
I think just particularly when coaching, to see how well, because we were probably 50-50 with the Island boys and the rest of the Maori boys and that, and it was just to see them become, because we trained pretty hard. We ran One Tree Hill for 2 to 3 months before season training, and I mean, we were up over the top of One Tree Hill. We'd be up there for an hour, and you're slope running and lap running, and then come down and do training. And just to see a lot of those boys become better people, and end up being good family people and have good jobs, and some of them ended up playing rugby, and we had a couple went to Aussie and ended up playing Queensland B. So just seeing those people become better people, and you put a little bit into helping that.
Yeah. From your time here, what kind of people do you feel the club produced?
I just originally in the 70s, most of the players came from around the area, but now things have changed, and so they come in from all areas. But I think it's just making people feel better about themselves, and and enjoying the club, and hopefully come back. The hardest part is having junior teams, then they go to high school and they drift. But I've always said at the meetings when we used to have to go, when we were coaching the Eden Park, I'd say, why aren't you, as the Auckland Rugby Union, making the schools first 15 only on a Saturday, the second 15 and all the other teams play on a Wednesday, and that allows the reserves from the first 15 to play Wednesdays, and then all those players are free to come to clubs on a Thursday, train for them and play club rugby on a Saturday, and that would keep the clubs going. But the headmasters have got too much control for some reason, and it's never happened. But if it did happen, it would make the clubs survive, I believe. But because we lose them between high school, from playing as kids at the club to high school, and they disappear, and it's happening all over the country.
I guess you've seen that happen over your time. Looking forward though, in the next 20 years, what do you hope the club looks like?
Well, I think the way Ben and the guys are going, bringing in other sports to make it a multi, we're lucky with the squash, but they've got frisbee coming in, and if they can get other sports, athletics, or back into the club, and with the gym running, it's just keeping it ticking, and it gives people other things to do. So we've got to keep it going that way. More a community than the old just rugby club, because the world's changed and people want community type things happening.
Finally, from me, if you had to sum up this club in 3 words and what it means to you, what would they be?
Part of my life. Yeah, part of my life, that's for sure. And might have to throw my ashes out there when I'm gone, which is not soon, I hope.
Oh, definitely. Still young, still at 21.
Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah.
No, awesome. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much for that.
Thanks very much. You're
Awesome.
doing a great job.
Big thanks to everyone at Papapa Rugby and Sports Club, especially Spotty for sharing his story. This is what Club Rooms is all about, the people behind Grassroots Rugby. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe and share. It helps us keep these stories alive. Next up, Grammatic. See you there.